Hey, I'm Jen. This is my first video on this channel, and I started it because I'm a single mom and I honestly just wanted a place to share what's actually helping me in real life with all of my mommy duties. So for my first video, I'm talking about MotherHelp.ai. Not because I'm trying to sell you anything, but because I kept searching YouTube for real reviews and I barely found any. And I felt kind of weirdly compelled to make one because it's helped me a lot lately. For context, I have a 14-year-old son, Chris. He's autistic, high functioning, but he really struggles with anger and regulating when he gets overwhelmed. And I also have a newborn, Jamie. She's 2 months old. So, yeah, my house is basically teen emotions and newborn chaos at the same time. If you get any value out of this video, I'd love it if you like and subscribe. I'm planning to make more videos like this, plus simple cooking videos, and also some real life stuff about parenting Chris as a teen with autism and raising Jamie as a newborn, just from my experience. Okay, let's get into the review. Before I keep scrolling, I want to mention something I didn't expect to matter this much. I use MotherHelp.ai on both my phone and my computer, and it's actually really helpful because all of my chats are saved. So if I ask something on my phone, I can pull it up later on my laptop and it's all right there. I'm recording on my computer today because it's easier to show you girls exactly how I use it and scroll through the chats. But honestly, most of the time, I'm using it on my phone. First of all, I love how simple and straightforward it is. It's super easy to use, and the answers it gives are always genuinely helpful. Like right off the bat, if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it a 10. I'm a single mom, and it's really easy for me to get overwhelmed. This has helped me keep my head on straight during tough times. If you click these three lines right here and then click Ayla, you'll get a drop-down menu with all of your saved chats. If I wanted to start a chat, I could type right here. But in this video, I mainly want to show other useful chats that I've already had, so you're not just sitting here watching me type all damn day. I tried ChatGPT before, but this does a better job of remembering everything about me and my family, and it actively tracks and tries to fix ongoing issues. It's actually amazing, and I'm blown away by how helpful it is. At this point, I'm using it every day whenever I run into any issues. Okay, so I'm just gonna scroll through what I asked. I asked about therapy for my 14-year-old Chris. He's autistic, pretty high functioning, but anger regulation is a big struggle for us. And what I liked is it didn't just say try therapy. It broke it down into emotion regulation versus behavior support and explained what each one is for. It gave specific options like autism adapted CBT, DBT skills, and parent coaching. And then it literally gave me a little script of what to say when I'm calling therapists, which is huge when you're overwhelmed like I am. Then I asked for CBT specialists in Asheville, and it even caught that Asheville is North Carolina, not South Carolina, which, yeah, I had a few drinks that night. And it actually gave me a bunch of links of places I could call. And honestly, as a single mom with a newborn too, I don't have a lot of extra bandwidth. So having something that helps me think clearly and gives me next steps has been really helpful. Okay, switching to this chat about Janie because this one helped my anxiety so much. I asked what milestones a 2-month-old should be doing because Jamie smiles sometimes, but not always. And I was like, is that normal? And I liked how it started with there's a big range of normal. And then it broke everything down super clearly, like social stuff, eye tracking, and head control. It explained what's typical, and it also listed the specific things that would actually be worth calling the pediatrician about, which is what I really needed. Like, not doom scrolling, just here's what to watch for. Then I asked for a checklist, and it turned it into a simple one I could use for the week, like a little fridge guide. And I literally asked for a PDF so I could print it, and it gave me one. As a single mom with a newborn, having something that's quick and calming like that is honestly so helpful, especially on the days where you're second guessing everything. Okay, this next one is the sleep question because this was driving me crazy. Jamie was waking every 2 to 3 hours, and I was like, is this still normal at 2 months? And do I need to wake her up to feed or let her sleep? And I like that it gave me a simple framework instead of a bunch of opinions. It basically said, yes, 2 to 3 hours can still be totally normal at this age, especially if you're breastfeeding. And then it explained when you usually don't need to wake them, like if weight gain is good and diapers are normal, and when you might need to, like if there were medical issues or the doctor told you to. I told it her pediatrician said her weight gain is perfect. And that was the best part because it was like, okay, you can relax a bit. Let her sleep and feed when she wakes. It also gave me a really practical idea to focus on daytime feeds to slowly help night stretch later without making me feel like I'm doing something wrong. It was basically reassurance, but with actual decision points, and that's what I needed. Okay, this next chat was about feeding because breastfeeding makes you second guess everything. I asked how much Jamie should be eating at 2 months and how to know she's getting enough if she still acts hungry. What was helpful here is it didn't act like there's one exact number. It said there's a big normal range, and for breastfeeding, you don't really measure ounces, you look at signs. Then it listed the exact signs in plain language, like wet diapers, weight gain, and what swallowing looks like during a feed. That alone made me feel way less anxious because it gave me something concrete to check. Then it explained why she might still seem hungry sometimes without it meaning I'm doing anything wrong, like growth spurts or comfort sucking. And it gave simple things to try, like offering the second breast, burping, or thinking, is she actually tired or gassy? And when I said everything matched what it described, it basically gave me a few trust points to come back to when I start spiraling, like diapers, constant stretches, and the pediatrician being happy with her weight. Okay, this is one of my favorites with Chris. I asked MotherHelp.ai for a step by step cool down routine he could actually use when he feels himself getting angry because we needed something concrete, not just calm down. Again, he has autism and he gets so mad when he's playing his video games sometimes. I want him to be able to play because he loves his games, but we needed a game plan for when something triggers him. It created this Chris's pause break plan poster in a gaming neon style, so he'll actually look at it. At the top, it lists his warning signs like hands tight on the controller, yelling at the screen, or feeling like he might throw something, so we can catch it early. Then it lays out the exact steps. Say, pause break, follow the traffic light rule. Yellow zone means finish the round, then controller down. Red zone means controller down now, even if it's online. Then he walks away for 5 minutes, does one or two reset moves, checks his anger from 1 to 10, and it tells him whether to return or switch activities. Like, look at how amazing this image is. What I love is it removes the arguing with him. We can both just point to the same rules. I sent this to his iPad and printed it on paper and put it by his gaming setup so he always has access to it. Okay, this chat was huge for me because I asked how to tell the difference between an anger outburst and a full meltdown for Chris, and it gave me a simple way to read the moment. If he's overwhelmed and not really in control, I go into less talking, lower stimulation, safety first. If it's more of an outburst tied to a trigger like the game or people online, I stay calm, hold the limit, and we deal with consequences later when he's regulated. Then I told it what happened. He got set off during online gaming and threw his controller and broke a drawer. It helped me label it as more outburst with some overwhelm, and it gave me clear language for what to do in the moment and what to say after. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up and keep it short. I mainly just wanted to show you a few real ways I've used MotherHelp.ai recently, like with Chris and his anger regulation, and with Jamie and all the newborn questions. I did the free month and it was completely worth it, so once it ended, I subscribed and I genuinely think it's worth the cost. I'm pretty sure the free month deal is still going, so if you're an overwhelmed mom, I would honestly just try it and see if it helps you the way it helped me. I never thought I'd be using AI for parenting help, but I really think eventually everyone is going to be doing this. When you're a mom, you're constantly looking up answers, and this just speeds up the whole process and makes everything easier. And the big thing for me is it already knows my kids and the ongoing stuff we deal with, so I don't have to explain everything over and over. Also, since I've been subscribed, the team has already dropped a bunch of updates and new features, and it's honestly reassuring because it feels like they're listening to moms and improving the platform all the time. So, since this is a review, I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. I honestly can't imagine dealing with all the stress that motherhood brings without something like this now. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. This was my first video, so I hope I did a good job, and I've got more coming soon, including cooking videos and more real life mom stuff. Okay, bye!